Another Ancient Eight rival, another Crimson success. At Dartmouth, Harvard had 5 first-half possessions. They scored on all 5. The spark that ignited this Crimson explosion was the first start of the season by quarterback Collier Winters. The junior from Claremore, Oklahoma, guided Harvard on 2 long-distance clock-controlling drives, one of 78 yards and another of 87 yards. The Crimson's run-first offense kept possession for 11 minutes, 11 seconds, as Winters culminated both drives with touchdowns. The first half of dominance continued as Josh Boyd, a sophomore from Hyde Park, Mass., set up Harvard's third score.
Pass looks over the middle and picked off. Josh Boyd dropping back in coverage.
Keeping the Big Green guessing, Winters took to the air for 7 more points.
Winters all kinds of time over the middle. Adam Christmas for the touchdown.
For his all-around accomplishments against Dartmouth, Winters was honored as Ivy League Offensive Player of the Week. Freshman David Mothander rounded out the first half outburst with field goals of 43 and 27 yards. The Crimson outgained Dartmouth 323-95 in the opening half, led 27-7, and could go to the locker room knowing that since 2003, they are 47-2 when leading at the break. Harvard's defense stepped up in the final 30 minutes, forcing the home team into costly mistakes. Senior Osway Ortiz from Avon Park, Florida, helped stuff the Big Green offense with a pair of sacks. Teammates Nick Hasselberg, Colin Zitch, Alex Gideon, and Bobby Schneider slammed opposing runners and grabbed Aaron Ariels. With 3 starting quarterbacks so far in 2010, the Crimson have won 5 games, scoring 30 or more points in each one. Their triumphs epitomize the never-give-up drive and determination of this Harvard football team and its coaching staff. For Tim Murphy, the victory is his 9th consecutive win against Dartmouth on the road. The Crimson continued their climb up the Ivy League ladder against Columbia, but it did not come easy. Leading 3-0 in the second period, Harvard faced a 4th and 10 at the visitors' 35. No one could have predicted what happened next.
Winters looking. Winters going to fire back over the middle. It is tipped and it's intercepted at the 20 and then lost. Harvard ball. Harvard football. Mike Cook did get it back after the interception.
4 plays after the double turnover, Gino Gordon wiggled through tacklers into the end zone. The Harvard senior would finish with 109 yards on the ground, his 5th 100-yard rushing game of the season. Moments later, Collier Winters concluded a 49-yard drive, putting Harvard up 16-0. As so often throughout the season, the Crimson defense came up with big plays when needed. After Columbia marched to the home team's 4, Harvard's Osway Ortiz busted through to force a 2-yard loss, then tipped the Lion pass that Alex Gideon picked off to kill the Columbia drive. A junior from Hudson, Ohio, Gideon also played a key role as emergency punter, averaging nearly 37 yards on 6 kicks. It was the linebacker's first punting duty since high school. On offense, Harvard made 6 trips to the red zone and scored on 4 of them, the final coming on a Trevor Scales 11-yard run. The Crimson was challenged by the Lions, but answered with rugged defense and a ground game second to none in the league. The 23-7 triumph was Harvard's 7th straight over Ancient Eight rival Columbia. Following a setback at Penn, the Crimson returned to Harvard Stadium for the 127th edition of the game. A triumph by Harvard over Yale would award the senior class with a perfect 4-0 record against their #1 rival and write some history for the Crimson. In more than 70 years, only one other Harvard squad has won 4 straight against the Bulldogs. For the Crimson players and staff, this is their opportunity to build upon a legacy of success. For the 2nd consecutive year, it took a dramatic final half comeback for Harvard to secure victory in this most ancient of all rivalries. A sellout crowd of more than 30,000 watched the Crimson pull a surprise out of their bag of tricks to set up their only first-half score.
Winters is going to throw. Flanker screen to Christis. He's going to flip back now to Winters. The flea flicker look downfield for Iannuzzi. He's got him at the 20. 15-10. Iannuzzi out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
And the Crimson are going to go for this on 4th down here.
4th and 1. 1 yard away for the Crimson. Winters rolling right. Option look. Pitch to Gordon. Gordon is in for the touchdown. Gino Gordon on the option look. And it is now a 7-6 ball game with the extra point attempt from Monthander to tie it upcoming.
Harvard faced the break trailing 14-7. A year ago, the deficit was 10-0 even later in the battle. But as in 2009, this Crimson squad was resilient, determined that no hurdle was too huge to overcome. The lightning bolt that turned the game around struck sooner than most expected and stunned Yale.
Bonico to Iannuzzi. Going with the wind, and he breaks through to the left side. He's got some running room. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Harvard. No penalty flags are thrown. 84 yards.
Iannuzzi, who had missed the previous 6 games due to injury, was honored as Ivy League Special Teams Player of the Week. He's the only Crimson player in history to return 2 kickoffs for touchdowns in the same season. Game tied 14-14. Now special teams added to the comeback effort. Junior tackle Osway Ortiz of Avon Park, Florida, barreled through Bulldog protection, blocked a punt, and set up Harvard's go-ahead score. When Gino Gordon notched his 2nd TD of the game and 10th of the season, the Crimson surged ahead for the first time. As the offense was regaining the lead, the Crimson defense kept unyielding pressure on the Yale attack. Senior linebacker Nick Hasselberg from Carlsbad, California, tied a Harvard single-game record with 20 tackles. Senior Ryan Burkhead from Plano, Texas, helped shut down Yale's aerial game with 2.5 sacks. For the home team, an insurance score was vital, and it came on a brilliant scramble pass by Collier Winters to Alex Sarkeesian. For the junior from Valparaiso, Indiana, it was his first collegiate touchdown and one he will never forget. The Crimson D dug in and stopped the visitors when they had to, and another tense, heart-pounding Harvard-Yale struggle was history. Savoring a come-from-behind 28-21 triumph, Tim Murphy praised his squad's never-give-up attitude. The kids just battled and found a way to win. The Crimson seniors proudly walked off the field, never having lost to Yale. Harvard's recent run of success in the game now reads 9 wins and 1 setback in the past 10 games. This 2010 Harvard squad established several more high-water marks. They completed a 10th consecutive season of winning 7 or more games, an accomplishment never equaled by any school in Ivy League history. The senior class went undefeated against Princeton, Dartmouth, and Yale, a 4-year stretch never matched in 137 seasons of Harvard football. And the seniors will graduate with 2 Ivy championships and 2 runner-up finishes, along with the most wins in the league during those 4 years. As a team, Harvard ranked 2nd in the Ancient 8 in total offense, total defense, scoring, and number 1 in interceptions. Individually, senior Gino Gordon finished as the 7th best single-season rusher in school history with 1,054 yards. He holds the Crimson all-time record with 5.3 yards per carry and is the 5th player ever at Harvard to score at least 10 touchdowns in a season. Gordon led the league in yards per carry during the season, was named first-team All-Ivy for the 2nd year in a row, and was honored as the most valuable player on the 2010 Crimson team. And possibly most impressive of all, Gordon was selected Ivy League Player of the Year, the 5th time a Crimson player has won the award in the past 10 years. Also gaining the first-team All-Ivy honors are junior defensive tackle Osway Ortiz, who topped the league in both sacks and tackles for a loss. And defensive back Colin Zich, named for the 2nd consecutive season. Both Ortiz and Zich are unanimous selections. 8 Crimson players earned 2nd-team All-Ivy recognition. Yes, the bar had been set high for this Harvard team, and they responded with all the pride and poise that has become a trademark of Crimson football. The entire squad and coaching staff did their part to continue a winning tradition and make 2010 another exciting and successful season for Harvard University football.